It's your boy Davidoff. I'm wearing UltraGear today, you know. I knew this would come in handy. It's a thin layer hoodie. It's warm, but it's raining, so this is like perfect. It doesn't even like make you that warm. Anyway, we're watching two movies today, two pretty serious. One is a lot more serious. I'm watching that first. The Sound of Freedom. It's a child trafficking movie. It's very sad. It's based on a true story. A federal agent, he saves a boy from child trafficking, and he finds out that his sister is in trouble. The boy's sister is also, you know, she's a victim of it, and he quits his job, quits everything to travel to Colombia to save her as well. So I imagine it's going to be very tragic, very emotional. It might make me cry, but I want to see it. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how it is. And after that, we got possibly a palette cleanser. We got Past Lives, which has got some good credit recently. It's been out a few months. It's a South Korean film. It just got released in the UK. So it's about two childhood friends that get separated. One moves to America, one stays in South Korea. And when they're adults, when they're completely different people, they reunite. It sounds boring, but that's actually what the plot is. But apparently it's very good, so I'll check it out. So yeah, but first of all, the serious one. Running a bit late, but I should get there in time for the advert, before the adverts end. The advert's usually quite long anyway. But let's just say it takes about 10 minutes to get there, and I got 3 minutes till the movie. So it should be fine.
Living in hope. It's believing that we can make a difference because we can. But I want to make one thing clear. This movie you just watched isn't about me or Tim Ballard. It's about those kids. You know, Steve Jobs once said, the most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. Abraham Lincoln credited Harriet Stowe when she wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin. This powerful story inspired millions to rise up and fight against slavery. I think we can make Sound of Freedom the Uncle Tom's Cabin of 21st century slavery. This film was actually made 5 years ago and wasn't released till now, with every roadblock that you can imagine being tossed in the way. And the names you see here on the screen took a stand, and they made sure this story could be shown to all of you. And now all of you have the opportunity to continue telling this story. We don't have big studio money to market this movie, but we have you, and the baton has now been passed to you. You are the storytellers that can get people to come see this film in theaters. When you come to a theater, you experience movies differently. There is no pause button, there are no distractions. We all have an experience as we watch the film together as a community. It makes it possible for strong messages like this one to take root. Sound of Freedom is a hero's tale, but I'm not talking about the character I play. It's the heroic brother and sister in this film that work to save each other. They are the true heroes. The most powerful person in this world is the storyteller. Together, we have a chance to make these two kids and the countless children that they represent the most powerful people in the world by telling their story in a way only the cinema can do. For a couple of months, while Sound of Freedom is in theaters, these kids can be more powerful than the cartel kingpins or presidents or congressmen or even tech billionaires. We believe this movie has the power to be a huge step forward toward ending child trafficking, but it will only have that effect if millions of people see it. Now, I know it's weird because we're in a theater, but feel free to pull out your phones and scan this QR code. So Angel Studios boldly has set up a pay it forward program where you can pay for someone else's ticket who might not otherwise see it. Or if your budget is tight, share the already available free tickets with as many friends as you can, or do both. Join us and millions of others as we ring Sound of Freedom and hope throughout the world. And just remember this, God's children are not for sale. Thank you.
Yeah, that was deep. That was emotional, man. That was something else. It's very sad, very upsetting, very emotional, very angering. It's a very sad thing that happens, and it's just a shame that it's all over the world, including like, you know, the US, where it's prevalent. It's just really sad to hear about, you know. It needs to be a more collective effort from people around the world, you know, people with power included, to stop these sort of things, to at least, you know, try to stop them. It's always been like this when not enough people care, not enough people actually do something about it, especially people with power. There's only so much as civilians can do. But yeah, it's really depressing, and obviously very traumatic for, you know, any victim of it. And, you know, the movie is not like, I'm pretty sure it's not like completely accurate, it's just based on a true story, so obviously they'll dramatize things, but ultimately these things actually happen, and real life would be much worse than the film, you know. I think people might say, oh, the film's not completely accurate. Yeah, maybe not, but it's just, you know, real life is much worse than that. So I don't really know what to say, but to rate it based off like performances, actor performances, I give nothing a 10. This is a 9.9. It's really eye-opening. It's really eye-opening, and hopefully the film does something. I think at the end, you know, trying to like get people to see the movie to like make people care about it more. I don't know if film will have that much of an effect, to be honest, but generally more needs to be done about the actual real life situation. But I've got nothing much else to say. It's just, yeah, very depressing. Don't know why, like, it took 5 years to release it. It's kind of like who's stopping this film coming out like this? It's a bit, you know, it's a bit strange, isn't it? But yeah, as again, I said that there's a palate cleanser after. Past lives, South Korean film. Should be fun. Let's do this. Should be a bit less depressing. You know, I actually forgot my unlimited membership card today from Cineworld. I actually forgot it. It's because I used a different wallet to go on holiday, and since I came back from Australia, I haven't switched my wallets out again. So in my other wallet that I left at home, it's at home. So I've got kind of lucky, because when you scan your ticket and they see your ticket is free, they ask for proof of your limited card. Didn't ask today for either movie, so dodged a bit there. But yeah, this movie was rather depressing. It's all dialogue, basically about a failed love story, I guess. They're both kids, they're both 12 years old in South Korea, and they like each other, young love, and they separate because she, with her family, she moves away to America to start her own life. There's a big scene that signifies it, right? So they split up. The scene where they separate when they're kids, when they say goodbye to each other, right? When they walk home from school, and the girl is walking up some stairs, going upwards, and the guy is going straight. He's going straight down the road, on a flat road. It really signifies what's happening. Like, she's moving up in the world, moving on to this new life, and you see later on like a big career as well, and then he's just in Korea, also having his happy life. But the way they separate is just, the way she's going up some steps, it's just really like, it's really poetic. No, I don't know if poetic is the right word, but it really sends a message, a really damning message, I guess. But yeah, basically 12 years later, he tracks her down, because he changes her name when she moves. She moves over to Canada first, and then she moves over to New York. I'm not going to say much more because spoilers, but details wise anyway. But yeah, he tracks her down 12 years later. They talk online, but they don't actually meet each other in person. So then after a little while, they kind of stop talking. And then 12 years later, they actually meet in person, but that's the first time they speak since that time 12 years ago when he tracked her down. So by this point, she's married 7 years. He has a girlfriend for quite a few years. But deep down inside, he was still in love with her. And she also missed him a lot as well. She loved him, she missed him. Again, I'm not going to say much more now because it's just spoiling things. But yeah, they have some interesting conversations. Some emotional conversations, some heartbreaking conversations. But in the end, they realize who they are to each other. And yeah, it's just a very sad story about two people that it seemed like it was meant to be. And then obviously they separate and then they reunite. It's just, yeah, I don't want to say much else, but like for a lot of the movie, I was just like, where is this going? How's this going to end? Then it ends, you're just like, oh, okay. Like, it kind of makes sense of the story. But yeah, if you're expecting something, like if you watch this movie, you're expecting something exciting, like something, a crazy thrill ride. It's not, it's just a roller coaster of emotions. It's just two people in a in a story, I guess, and obviously, and of course, her husband is also like kind of involved in the plot as well. But it's just interesting. It's interesting how it works in this film. I don't know what to rate it. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I'll give it that. But yeah, we watched two very well, what one's based on actual things, but we watched two very depressing movies today. The next film I watch will probably be Expendables, which is out soon. Grandad wants to see that as well, because he's seen the first three. He loves those, and he loves most of the actors in it. Although most of them left now, but still got Stallone and Statham. So that's the next time. So that'll be a lot more fun, I'm sure. But yeah, this was interesting. I wanted to see both films, and now I have seen them. So those are two films ticked off that I wanted to see. That have been out a while, but just not in the UK. So yeah, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.